Alright, this video is for Mark Presling. Not only does he seem to be a brother from another mother, but he's a YouTube brother from down under. So Mark's been working on a sandblast cabinet upgrade for the Harbor Freight sandblaster. I did the Tacoma upgrade. I don't have a Harbor Freight sandblaster, but I have this big heavy thing. I didn't want to get rid of it. It's built like a tank, and I called Tacoma and they put together a kit for me. And so Mark was specifically asking about how much media comes up the draw tube in the Tacoma upgrade. I don't know, I never looked. After I got this thing running, it ran so good, I never looked back. This thing is a media blasting beast now. So I'm going to actually set the camera up and take a look at the draw tube, and we're going to see. So bear with me. Now we're looking at the draw tube. Let's see if we can see what happens when I give it full throttle on the pedal. It's going to get a little noisy here. Got to turn the vacuum on, and hopefully we can see this. So what it looks like to me, I hope this comes through on camera, but what it looks like to me is we have a pretty steady stream of media and air traveling up the vacuum, the suction hose, I guess you'd call it. I can tell you that there is a steady stream of media coming out of the tip. Everything's working as it should. You know, this Tacoma system, it runs unbelievably well. So I'm going to reset the camera at the top of the tube and see if there's any difference up there. Unlike Mark's, you're getting like glugs of media coming through the tube. Mine is more finely mixed than yours. So I'm going to try it at the top of the hose here, where it goes into the in through the side of the cabinet into the gun itself, and see if we can see any better. I don't know if that translates any better, but I can tell you, just looking at it as I'm doing it, by the time the media gets up to the top here, I have a nice kind of even mix of media and air moving together. And by the way, I never adjusted this thing. I just started using it as I got it from Tacoma. The air valve at the bottom, never touched it. Another thing I wanted to mention was I used to run this cabinet with the old siphon system at 90 psi, and now I set it for about 40 couple. What is that? 45 it looks like. And it runs 1,000 times better than it ever did at 90 psi with the siphon system as it does at 45 with the Tacoma upgrade here. I'm going to turn it on and hit the pedal and just kind of see where it drops to when it's actually in use. So let's do that. Okay, nothing too earth-shattering there. It moves a few psi when it's in use. Anyways, thought that might be interesting. Hey Mark, one other thing I thought I'd mention is I saw you making a threaded plug for the bottom of your unit. Mine had a threaded plug too, and no matter how loose I made that thread, it still got gunked up with media and I couldn't put it in. So I got this rubber plug, and you know, it just kind of has a wing nut on it, and it expands when you sorry, I'm trying to look through the camera and do this at the same time. It just expands when you tighten the wing nut. I actually screw this into the thread a little bit and then just hit the wing nut once or twice and it's done. And this is my scoop. I run the unit with 5 scoops of media at a time, and that works really well. I'm using aluminum oxide 60 grit. Well, I hope any of that can be useful. Mark, I love your videos. I love what you're doing. Please keep doing it. It's always a treat to open up my subscriptions and see a new video from you. Thanks very much.